It's actually a little early, but it's fine. It's fine. I think YouTube's good. I think we're good. Let's run it. So just kind of going to go into a quick breakdown of the markets. I was originally expecting sales. I'm not in these, but I did have this marked up pre-session. Again, I just liked overall price. We came up, we swept the highs. That's clear. And again, what's price most likely going to do now? Look for opposing liquidity, right? Especially when we're sitting at all-time highs. So again, we kind of got to play a little bit careful, but we just made a new high. Price, we can expect it to pull back. Doesn't have to happen now. Doesn't have to, but it can. So I want to make sure one more time you guys can all hear me, right? Put a yes in the chat. I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. I know my stream can hear me. Fire. All right. So, and again, UK 100, I think it's still bound to continue to sell. What I am hoping for, though, is price to pull back into this area. I'm not going to take it after that, but that just will confirm my entry on DAX, where again, yes, we're coming a little bit higher now than what I would have wanted to, but if we come up, take liquidity, and at the open, we see again, a bearish open, I'm looking to shoot. Why? Because again, we have opposing liquidity sitting down here. Not only that, we're overextended within this leg, and we can expect price to possibly, again, we just swept previous day highs. We can create that top wick. It doesn't have to, but we're looking for in and out type of trade. Again, we're not looking for much. We may hold for a little bit more than a 1-to-1, but it really comes down to it. So I think price is playing out good now. We'll see what happens. Ultimately, I wish we would have been able to capitalize on this, but again, price sold a little early. Was I stop on UK 100? I'm not in, but in this case, like if I would have entered, it would have been about 11 pips. About 11 pips, but not in this. I don't enter pre-market. Guys, I wait for London open. So I am a breakout trader, but again, I do have a bias behind things. A lot of it comes on a higher time frame, just overall price action, right? You understand how price moves. It moves in waves. Pullbacks, continuations. In this case, we're pretty overbought. I can expect price to possibly facilitate a pullback, even if it's not long. But what's also in confluence is the fact that we have major areas of liquidity sitting down here that price could actually target. Again, I'm not saying price could just dump from here, but we could. Again, yesterday's candle, not really looking like it, but again, we could see a short-term pullback. And if not, if price flies, it flies. I had a different objective. I'm fine sitting on my hands. We had a good week so far. Break-even week, but ultimately, can't be mad at that. I called a winning trade to you guys, I think, Monday. I wasn't live in the AMA, but I wasn't live in the AMA on that day, but I was live on YouTube. And then that next day, I don't think we took a trade. No, we did. It was break-even. That was yesterday. So we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Sorry, YouTube. I haven't been reading chat. Yo, what's up, Jocko? What's up, Matt? Vadim, it's popping. I know I went live a little early, but let's run it. Hope you guys are ready. Again, we've been killing it, guys. Last week was great. The week before that was a little rough. Price action is actually extremely good. There was just a couple errors as far as management, but again, that's fine. So, and when it comes to this style of trading, we are dealing with very high volume, again, time. So when it comes to about 2 minutes before, I'll tell you guys what I'm looking at depending on how price looks at that time, because a lot can happen within the next 15 minutes. Truly, a lot can. But what I'm hoping for is price coming up, filling in this gap. I don't think I'm looking to re-enter. Again, it could look good, and if this is your entry, by all means, shoot. Again, I always tell everyone, come here with your own entry, or come in here with your own system. Why? Because, again, sometimes I'm wrong, or sometimes I don't take a trade that could be valid. And in this case, again, if you trade supply and demand, or if you just trade price coming into this area for value, filling that, and then just dropping down, that could be a possibility. Again, price is already looking pretty bearish. It looks good, but just not my style of trading. But again, it supports DAX, so they don't have to do the same thing necessarily. We do see it quite often, but we'll see. Ultimately, I think we will get that little bullish push like we are on UK 100. Once we get that, I think price could end up top wicking, and then we could see a flip. We'll see. We'll see. Jocko, what are you looking at right now? I expect UK 100 to move big again. Yeah. Guys, UK 100 moved yesterday. UK 100 was a banger yesterday. I mean, let's go back to it. It was here. We didn't enter here because we were so close at London Open. Again, I mean, as you can see, price took off before London Open, but we were so close to these highs, it just wasn't worth taking it, right? Again, we've seen price take these highs and run lower. Overall, higher time frame price did look decent, but it just Wasn't worth it. We did take DAX, and again, I managed this trade very well. Price did have the initial bullish push at the open, which again, I did expect. I did expect it to take highs here, but on the hourly, you can see there's a gap here. And I told you guys, as soon as we came into this gap, I'm at break even. What did we do? We came into that gap, moved to break even. And again, it saved us from a loss. And again, that's why managing is so important, because yes, price didn't go our way, but again, we're just looking for these short moves into liquidity, which price has done before, but in these cases, it doesn't have to, right? Came into an hourly gap, filled that, and just ran with the overall structure. So, morning, bro. What day is the launch for LFF? I'm in UK. It is a Thursday. Am I muted, Ben? No way, I'm muted. Good, good, good. What the fuck? Is it still muted? Because is it like when I click off the screen? Muted now, better, good. All right, we just had to make sure. I don't know why it's been messing up. It's weird. It's weird. I don't get it. But even yesterday we had some problems. W, what's up, Pluto? What's up, everyone? I'm glad to see more of you guys in here. I love to see the London traders. I love trading London. Nice take of that high. Again, I like this. It could be a sign that price is looking to move bullish at the open, but ultimately, I don't think so. Pluto, we're looking at potential DAX sells. Again, we do have some time before London Open comes around. I do trade at London Open, so I really am waiting for that volume to kick in. It confirms my bias as far as seeing price break a certain area of, in this case, support, aligning with my general bias. And then again, I'm shooting. I'm aggressive. I like it, but I know how price moves. I know how it works, and it's been working for us. I mean, you guys can go on my YouTube live, because I am on live on YouTube right now. We've been absolutely killing it. So let's run it up. This week, it's not slow. Basically one no trade day, one trading day, break even. It's all right. It's all right. But we still got time. Full 10 minutes. Wow. I feel like I started 2 minutes early, and I felt like I started it like 10 minutes early. Wow, no way I cleared this chart. I want to go back to UK 100 trade we took. So again, I kind of want to go over my system a little bit more, and this is kind of what we're looking at as far as right now, but this is obviously sells instead of buys. But again, it's just a liquidation. We've already taken Tokyo highs. We know we have liquidity sitting down here. Again, we have area of support. If price were to break that at open with volume, I can suggest that price will most likely come down into opposing liquidity or to facilitate a pullback. And again, that's all I'm looking to capitalize on. And this same trade that we caught sales on here is what we're looking for over here. And in UK 100s, we, again, sold way too early. We missed out on that. I think price still will continue to sell. We do usually see price fill these gaps before it does take off. But again, let's run DAX up. Let's run DAX up here. So it is sells. It is both sells, yeah. You guys still hear me, right? Still hear me? Still hear me? Still hear me? I gotta make sure. Chat on YouTube, I'm talking to the AMA right now. If you guys don't know, I'm in Discord right now in the Legacy Fire. And just gotta make sure. If at any point you don't hear me, Pop is in for the win, Junior. Dang, I wasn't reading chat. Vadim, sound good. Justin, fire. Justin, thank you for letting me know. Cartoony, what's up? Vadim, can't find DAX in NiicksFX. Look up JER30. No, it's DER, I think. DAX could feed us today. I think it could. Pop us in for the win. Quiz, what is the 3-letter aberration of the Swiss francs? Cartoony, get out of here. I'm mad. What's up? I'm doing good, bro. How are you? What do you think about 15-minute order block on DAX? This area? Yeah, price is seemingly respecting it, but this is why I wait for the break. And again, price is now liquidating these highs, which actually in my case, I like that. I like that price is coming back taking these highs, because if now price does open, well, again, we still have 9 minutes, but it does open bearish and breaks this area. Again, that invalidates this area, which validates my entry to again shoot for these lows, which again, at that point we'd probably be at break even, or we could just be content with profits and just be done with the day. Top Song's not awake, thank God. Dude, I hope Top Song is like does not find out about this Discord. Guys, again, if you don't know, I go live on YouTube and we have this one guy. You guys probably know Top Songs if you also know Luca. What a character, man. What a character. Amazing guy, but wow. Grew my account 120% today, New York session. I love that, Pluto. Hell yeah. Sounds clearer on here than YouTube. Yeah. I wonder why. I wonder why that is. Maybe my OBS settings are messed up. Top Song's not awake. We forgetting I can have both chats up. There we go. How are you doing, Ahmad? You tell me. See what happens. Guys, I wish we could play music. I might play this area a little bit lower. My biggest concern is price filling this gap and enter. I mean, again, we're still decently far from entry, but I could probably push entry down a bit. I'm fine with that. Again, we're still reaching for that 101 at lows, and price should take out lows again. But now that we've kind of made this bullish leg, ultimately I do want to see price totally invalidate that. And again, I will enter if I do see good volume, but I don't want to see price liquidate that to run higher. So that's what we'll kind of be cautious for. Ultimately, at this point, price is breaking this in again. If you're a trendline trader, there's a clear trend liner here. At that point, price has already broken it. So validates all the way. Do you like your bananas with skin on or off? Cartoony? Guys, if you don't know cartoon, I don't even want to tell you guys about this kid. Cartoony, I realized I gotta stop answering some of your outlandish questions, bro. And the reason being is because it could quite honestly get me. I'm just kidding. I was gonna say canceled, but nah, I doubt it. I'm good and ready for another payout. I love that, Ahmad. Let's run it up. How do I trade DAX index with my funded futures? They may not offer it. Top Step does not have DAX. Does not have UK 100. Do you know what other ones copy DAX index? I don't personally. I believe it will, Ben. If not, we're boycotting. All of us. I'm kidding. I can't say for sure. But I'm pretty sure. But we'll see. You guys will see. Can't say too much. Are there shorts or nothing, right? Yeah. I'm not really looking for buys, guys. And the people in the Discord don't think I'm crazy. I'm reading another chat. But I'm answering someone else's question. Guys, I really have no interest in buys. I'm not saying buys can't take place. Again, price could have a different objective than what I'm really looking for. But just me understanding how price moves and just overall structure of price, I think price most likely will have a sell-off, even if it's just a short-term sell-off. We may not even hit TP, but I do think price will sell off. And again, what comes down to that confirmation is that London Open. We want to see London Open confirm our sell bias and run again bearish. Holy fucking stop. That's why I fucking hate DAX. UK 100 got a good push to the downside. Yeah, again, I do think UK 100 is bound to continue to sell and take these lows. I really do. It's just we don't really have entry. So that's where I'm kind of just a little hesitant on the play itself, right? All right, guys, 2 minutes. So now that we're about a minute 30 seconds, I am going to take sales if we do break this area. I am. I like it. I do think price is bound to sell off, and if we get that confirmation at the open, great, guys. I'm shooting. I'm aggressive. Yeah, what's up, New Benzo? Hey, do you trade on gold? Sometimes during Asia. Rarely. Rarely, man, rarely. Truly hoping price doesn't. Fuck. I don't want to see price wick up higher because at that point, like, our stops are just way too fucking big. All right, we're coming up now. I think we may just fill this gap and sell off, but we could just run up here. And if that's the case, that's the case, right? I have no problem sitting on my hands. Getting a little bullish reaction. That's fine. Let's see what's happening here. We're running here again. My biggest thing is this gap. Let's hope that just gets invalidated, but it could just get validated. And that's why I pushed my entry down a little bit lower, is because in fear and in case of this, where we have gap sitting here, price just come down with this and run higher. I mean, that could what definitely could be what happens. I mean, UK 100 is definitely running higher here. And again, that's why we don't enter early, because we know that London Open can do whatever it wants. And it, again, London Open is our confirmation to enter. All right. So, but we may see a liquidation, may see a sell-off. Again, we are sitting at all-time highs, and I told you guys the UK 100 play a little bit. Just again, when we're at all-time highs, I'm a little bit more cautious. Bro, cartooning. Why are you guys trolling in chat? What in the fuck? Y'all some trolls. Y'all need to go to bed. I mean, again, we'll see. We'll see. DAX, again, we haven't been seeing too much volume at London Open. Granted, there is still good volume, but compared to UK 100, I mean, you can just clearly tell. We can go back yesterday and the day before. You'll see you'll definitely see. That UK 100 is overall just has a bigger move, and that actually can affect us too. UK 100 having a bigger move, in this case, it's kind of benefiting us, right? But The reason I say it's benefiting us is because we just ran up, took all this liquidity, which again could just be the objective of London Open, and then we could just see shorts from here, which again would be favorable for us in this case. But again, price can do what it wants. So I have limit set. We'll see what happens. Hit the area. We'll get entered in. Good bullish push, but here's the thing now, and let me explain this to you guys. And it's not that I don't like this. It looks good. We could see a liquidation of this low and run higher. Again, that's why I did move entry a little bit lower. Okay, but with this candle gapping like this, we could end up seeing price pull back to that gap again. That's should be obvious to you guys, at least most of you, right? But that just means we may sit here a little bit longer. We may be sitting in drawdown a little bit longer. Again, that's fine. We've sat in drawdown for 45 minutes before and price has ran a direction. Again, we understand that price could come fill this gap, but ultimately I wouldn't be opposed to seeing price stutter within this area, top wick into here, because ultimately if it did that, we actually could move stops. Am I? Probably not, but you could. But let's see what happens. I don't want to see entry on this candle. I don't. I really don't. I don't want to see price cross that area. I want to see this next candle. Let's see, I'm in sells. Nice, Nico. You're in sells already? Okay, like, again, if you guys wanted to shoot at this low, by all means, go for it. By all means, go for it. You'd already be in, you'd already be running profit, and you'd be at 101 a lot sooner than what I would be. But, again, my 101 is still an area where, again, I do think price could even sell lower than my 101. I think we're bound to take liquidity. Again, the only thing we're kind of hoping for now is for price not to come back up, liquidate us, and come back down, because at this point, price is looking pretty bearish, right? It's looking pretty bearish. We are now in, I'm pretty sure, which I'm mad. I'm not mad that we're in. Okay, I'm not mad that we're in. I like that we're getting our setup, but I'm mad because I know that we could end up sitting in drawdown for the next 45 minutes. Discord, can you guys still hear me? Just want to make sure. Chat and YouTube. Yes, sir. Nice, Pluto. Again, we could end up just seeing volume take control and just run for that 101, and that's usually what we look for, but we're actually playing with a massive stop. This is a 100-point move. I mean, it's a decent move, right? But this is looking beautiful, guys. If you do want to enter UK 100, even at the break of these lows wouldn't be bad. The only thing you're really dealing with is a massive stop loss. Massive stop loss. And at this point, it's not really worth just taking a half RR trade, unless you can find an entry on a lower time frame farther up. But I expect this, guys. Expect to sit and draw down. Do you trade London Forex currencies? I do. I do trade Forex. I was in this trade earlier. I got out of break even. Thankfully, I did like this. I wish it didn't stretch out as far as it did, but it did. Came in, entered my limits. Again, I just set limits. I'm more of an intraday trader. And again, played good. Then I saw, again, Tokyo Open, Asia Open, and we just had a bearish reaction. I didn't like that. And kind of when we had that pullback, I exited at break even. And I'm usually not that type of person, but the reason I'm kind of making that switch is because GA in general and just Forex in general has been a little bit choppy, has been a little bit slower. The markets haven't been moving how I'd like them to. So kind of playing a bit safer, and ultimately price could stay within this range because my stops were down here. Could stay within this range and continue to move with its overall structure. Yes, it could do that. But if it does do that, okay, that's just data going forward that, okay, price is still moving decently well to where I don't necessarily need to be moving to break even because, again, like I said, Forex has been slow. It's been choppy. It hasn't been the best, right? So, but still caught I think, a very nice Euro USD trade last week. Inverse fair value gap liquidity sleep on UK 100. Haha, enough for me. Yeah, someone's entering UK 100 right now, guys. I mean, he's right. We are inversing this fair value gap if that's how you trade. We just liquidated these highs. That's actually a beautiful trade. That's honestly beautiful. And if you wanted to enter aggressively, you could. Even if stops are at the high, TP at the low, you're still running for a 1.5. But yeah, I'm in the sell on Jer. We'll see what happens. Again, I like how UK 100 is moving, but here's the one thing, and I was going to explain this to you guys earlier, where you can kind of relatively see right now that UK 100 and DAX are somewhat moving similarly, right? We saw that bullish influx, and then we kind of saw that sell-off, right? Now that we're seeing them both move in the same direction, the one thing that I'm kind of worrisome about is when price does come and take this low. Let's say if price just moves so much faster on UK 100 and DAX kind of ranges and slows down, or let's say price does end up coming to fill this gap. Here's the bad thing about that is if UK 100 keeps moving into these lows, there's been multiple occurrences. And again, this is backed by data where UK 100 will take a very strong low and will have an opposite reaction, manipulating DAX to do the same thing. And again, sometimes DAX hasn't made that full move yet. So it'll start again doing the same thing UK 100's doing at a level where it's like you're bound to take a loss. And hopefully at that point we can manage accordingly, or we can see DAX come down with UK 100, right? That'd be the best, but we'll see what happens. Oh, you meant on DAX, Nico? There's the inverse. Oh yeah, like these inverse are, yeah. Even UK 100, this is, I still think this is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Against, I mean, sells are running at this point, you know, so they are nice. Guys, we'll see though. I hope my fear doesn't come to life. Hope I didn't jinx us. As far as seeing UK 100 make a lot bigger of a move before DAX, and ultimately that's not going to be good looks for us. I always like DAX following UK 100. That's why I use the liquidity super UK 100 as confluence for DAX sales. Fire. I use various pieces of strategies. Okay. Enter DAX at 2 saw break support and sold. Fire. Yeah, I mean, UK 100 is running. I'm expecting DAX to run, but again, this is what's been happening at London Open. Granted, price is bound to run throughout the entirety of London. I still think price is going to hit our TP. I do. Unless UK 100 again comes down, takes out low, and manipulates price, which I could probably go back to last week, and there was a trade where price did that, where on UK 100 we came down, took the lows, had an opposite reaction, manipulating DAX, and what did DAX do? DAX came up, swept us out. Swear to God, kid you not, put on my life, put on my mom's life, I swear to you. And again, that's just what happens. That's just part of it. Ultimately, now we're seeing DAX have that pullback, and I expect that again, it's just to fill this gap. But let's hope we kind of see UK 100 move with it, because then we hope we can see them both move back down together. Again, they don't always correlate, but when they do, they do, right? And multiple times, multiple occurrences have we been able to save ourselves from a loss, or save ourselves from entering, or again decrease our loss, just because we've been able to identify something that's happening on UK 100 and go over to DAX and okay, realize that okay, we need to play this accordingly. How was Asia session today, guys? Did anyone join that? Gold was looking fire for sales during Asia, but I know that price like had a random like just influx and just like swept highs and then ran, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if it kept running, but from what I saw, it was running. Again, guys, this is fine. Told you guys we may sit in this trade for 45 minutes, especially being it's DAX. DAX specifically does move slower. But let's just hope we fill this. Hope we don't liquidate us. Again, I feel like we've taken enough liquidity to where we would just fill this gap and run lower. But but granted, we'll see. This candle has a lot of volume going up, but I'm not necessarily opposed to that, because if price were to just fill this gap within this one candle, I'd expect it a top wick for sure. Undoubtedly, for sure. Do I trade S&D? Search and destroy? No, it's S&D. Oh, supply and demand? Don't put fucking N. Put and. I do trade supply and demand. So Nick, you're in sales? I am in sales, Nico. I am in sales. But with price being a little bit bullish right now again, expected that. So we'll see what happens. He's trolling. Oh, of course Cartoony's trolling, but when the fuck does he not? Bro lives to come in my chat and troll. I swear. You can, guys, I love that you can 100 this following the bias, because it just goes to show that our overall analysis was correct, even though we didn't have the opportunity to enter. But again, it's just not a good sign for DAX unless DAX starts falling with it, or DAX hurries the fuck up, fills this gap, and runs lower. Like, or we could take a fat loss. It's not fat. But we still have a minute. I'm honestly hoping price just inches up, fills this fucking gap super quick, and doesn't edge it. Just here to troll. Probably doesn't even trade. Yeah, literally, bro. I don't think he does. I really don't think he does. No, he does. He trades, bro. Bro's a gangster. Fill this gap. Come on. Come on. In this candle, this next couple seconds. Just do it. No fucking way, bro. Guys, I'm not mad that we're in drawdown. I could give less of a fuck that we're in drawdown, but I'm sorry to cuss. But I just really wanted to see price fill this gap on this candle. I really did. I really, really did. And I'm not necessarily saying that's the best sign, but I was just hoping we filled it top wick and then we're running. And again, we could still do that on this next candle where we just fill this gap, but I just feel like now we're a little bit more open to seeing price have a little bit more of a push, take us out, and just run lower. Because granted, I do think price is going to run lower, but we could still get liquidated. Again, that's trading, but we're risking correctly, so we're good. What's UK 100 doing? Now we're having to pull back here. Haven't seen Red Dog in a minute. Dude, I haven't either, bro. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe I started cussing too much and he was just like, yeah, I can't handle this. That could be a stop loss today. Again, if you guys want to exit, by all means, go for it. I have appropriate risk, so I'm fine shooting. And again, I know that price could damn well continue to sell off. I mean, we're still overall bearish. We haven't broken the highs. Yes, we could liquidate us, and that it is what it is. You can't be mad at that. But I do think price is just bound to fill this gap and run lower. Even UK 100, again, we're seeing a pullback now, but I do think price could just come back, fill this gap. And my biggest fear is seeing price just manipulate DAX to push higher, take us out, liquidate us, and then it does make that push lower once UK 100 fills that gap and is not ready to make that push lower. But ultimately, it doesn't have to fill that entire gap. I mean, it doesn't, but I think it will, which is a little scary. So Nico, you out? I said counter trade for a quick 1 and 2, but didn't expect it to go up that much. Fire. Again, that's why I tell you guys to come here with your own system and choose a prime example of that. Shu comes in here with his own system. If we have the same bias, great, we're gonna shoot together. But if it's a different bias, then again, he's still shooting. Why? Because he trusts his bias. And granted, I'm not always right. And in this case, I could still be right. But he was looking for a counter trend trade, a quick in and out on this pullback, especially when he knows how price moves. He knows that price, again, you tend to see price fill these gaps. And that's exactly what we did. We saw that bullish push. You could have entered on, let's say, 1 minute, 30 second, depending on how price looked or price action looked on the lower time frames, and shot just to fill this, again, price action, just like we're doing on the higher time frames, right? On the higher time frames, we have this 30, 15 minute leg here, right? And again, that's what we're expecting is price to come down, facilitate that pullback. So Same thing, smaller time frame. Took on 3 minute. Fire. Guys, I think our longest stream, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to jinx this shit. I'll say it. Our longest stream has been 2 hours. We sat in a trade for 2 hours. I hope we don't have to go any longer. My strategy is wait for price to approach 1 hour trend line. Wait for EMA reaction, then enter off body breakout. Okay, that's fire. Can I ask you, Scartini? Actually, no. You know FXLXG, huh? I know you do. Slow price, but it's what it takes again. Set and regret. Might be. No. In this case, guys, like I like to tell everyone is like especially when it comes to my trading, and I hope you would implement it in yours, is the biggest thing, and this also ties into me telling you to come in here with your own system, is just because like at the end of the day, I wouldn't want my bias to affect your trading style, because even if you're wrong, no matter what, if you followed your system, I think it's a W day. If you're wrong, okay, go back, learn a lesson, whatever. If you have good risk management, granted, you're going to be profitable. Risk management is the key, right? But again, if we take a loss, it's fine. And if it's not fine for you guys, I don't want to say there's a problem, but you might be over risking. Maybe you shouldn't be trading your main account with signal rooms. This is not really signal room, but granted, I mean, we've been killing it. We've been killing it, and I think we'll still kill it again. Price is looking good. I just hope we don't react off of that, I'd say, order block. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, see you tomorrow. Later, Chew. Later, Chew. Major money and you're out of here. Love that. Love that. Love that. Bro's a beast. All right, let's see what happens. So, worst case scenario, price reacts off this order blocks, runs higher. We take a loss. It's whatever. I come back tomorrow, I win. Simple as that. It really is. And I'm not even like trying to be cocky. It really is that. It's simple. I mean, it is. Give me a second. All right, back to what I was saying. But I mean, I'd like to say it's that simple, right? But ultimately, it may not be for some of you. Nico said, losses are normal, no need to worry. I'm not worrying, bro. Again, like I just told you guys, I'd rather take a loss following my system than sit on my hands and watch this play out. Because yeah, right now I'd be like, oh, good thing I didn't take this trade. Let's say if it does end up losing, I'm like, I didn't take that trade. But tomorrow comes, same type of system, same type of thing. I don't take the trade again, thinking the same thing's gonna happen as yesterday. But price, again, runs valid. It's my system, and it still shows opportunity. But I sit on my hands, and now I'm just looking stupid, right? So again, Nico's right. And again, if you guys can't see Nico's chats in YouTube, but losses are part of the game. It happens. So I still think price is running great right now. I still think price is bound to sell off, and we're going to walk out of here with a win. But Nix pronounces this word abbreviation. What? But that's a lowest volume London session, right? For honestly, bro, for DAX, this has been typical. For UK 100, there was a decent amount of volume. Again, we had a big influx up, took liquidity, and we had a massive sell-off down. I think price is just now facilitating some sort of pullback before price continues to sell off into lows. Ultimately, it doesn't have to. Again, if we're still playing within the range of all-time highs, so price could have a different objective. But ultimately, I think price's objective is to come down and take buy side liquidity. I mean, we've already taken multiple areas of sell side. We've taken Tokyo highs. We came back up and we swept all these early sellers. And again, then we have the bears push down. Looks good. Looks like price could come down now, take this liquidity, right? And now we're hoping the same thing for DAX. We've taken Tokyo highs. We even came back up again, taking even more liquidity before having that bearish sell off. And now we're just kind of waiting for price to break out. So it is fire. It's a fucking amazing trade. Nico, and again, that's why you guys see me not caring. And every trade I take isn't necessarily great, but every trade I take is part of my system. So when you guys see me in here, or if you guys are new and you guys are going to join me throughout the rest of the months, again, I don't care. Why? Because when you follow your system, you shouldn't care. You shouldn't care when you follow your system. If you care, something's wrong. You either didn't follow your system, you broke a rule, you're over risking, which in turn is breaking a rule. Over risking, right? Trying to get my mindset like yours. Bro, I'm telling you, build a system, make it systematic enough to where you can come into the markets every single day. You can see it, it's simple, and you can execute. Even if it's taking what I'm doing here on London, and if you want to do it during New York, again, this is just understanding price action. And it's just understanding that price is going to come into areas of liquidity and facilitate pullbacks, right? Price moves in waves, and price, again, seeks liquidity. In this case, we've already taken sell side. We can expect price to now take buy side. Doesn't have to. Doesn't. Price can do what it wants. It's trading. But that's where risk comes in play. And again, your system should cover all that. And that's why I say make it systematic. Have a system that you can come to the market and just be like, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm managing it. If this happens, I'm doing this. If this happens, I'm doing this. And even though you make it that systematic, don't necessarily like close yourself off to further data, because I'm still getting data now. No matter what happens on this trade, even if I win on this trade, I'm still going to get data. What is my data going to be? Price sold off. I expected it to have a bullish reaction to fill a gap. It did exactly that. Then it came down and won. And what am I going to say? I'm glad I held this trade because I knew how price, again, I knew how price action works. And we saw that bearish move. And I can infer that price should continue bearish because I know that there's really no further buy side liquidity sitting above. There's not, right? So, and that's just me telling you what my data would be if I won. If I lost here, okay, data is going to be a little bit different. It was my system, price looked good, but what happened? We had a bearish influx, price came up to fill a gap and just continued to move bullish from there. Granted, we were overall in a bullish trend, and that happens. We're counter trend trading right now, but it doesn't matter to me because I'm just looking to manipulate areas of liquidity, right? That's exactly my /R system. Fire, Nico, I love that. Bro, said R. Let him say R, Cartoony. Why you hating? Yeah, Nico. Tell him off. 5-minute close good? Yeah, not bad. Actually, not bad. It could have been worse. It could have respected this like fully, but it closed a little bit in it, so that's not bad. Now I'm just hoping we see these lows get taken, and we just see price continue to move throughout London. And again, it could be a little bit slow. We're kind of getting into, again, granted, price is going to move throughout the entirety of London into New York, okay? But we'll see. We'll see how much volume we have. Fire breakdown. Thank you, Profit. Again, and this is what I do every single day. Every single day, guys. Then go back to yesterday. Yesterday, we managed this trade perfectly. If you guys are here, I already broke it down to you guys. Again, we got into buys with the expectation that price should purge these highs. Again, an area of liquidity, but we saw that there was a gap sitting here on the hourly and again the 5-minute. So we knew once price got into the area, we would move to break even because we know that price could just fill that gap and continue its overall bearish trend. And what did it do? Continue its overall bearish trend. Thankfully, we were able to manage it. Why was I able to manage it? Because I have a systematic approach where I can come into the markets. I see, right? I could analyze. But it's not just about analyzing and entering. It's also about being able to continue to analyze what the markets are telling you, right? But you know, I use all time frames. Like I even go to the daily, and my biggest thing on the daily too, like I also had a daily bias, was price purge these highs, right? We purge these highs. I'm not necessarily expecting price to now purge previous day lows, but we could. But the one thing I was expecting was price to create a top wick on this daily, at least, right? And the 4-hour, what are we looking like in the 4-hour? Again, we purged previous day highs, and look at this gap. I think price is bound to most likely fill this entire gap. I think so, right? And it's perfectly aligned with the equilibrium, I'm pretty sure. Which, again, if you guys know about premium discount, because we're sitting within this bullish leg and we're selling, technically facilitating the pullback of this leg, price will most likely come into the equilibrium. It can come further down, but in most cases, it'll just come to the equilibrium and run higher. And I can infer that that's what will happen because we have a perfect order block sitting right here. We have no further gap sitting down below for price to come into. So I think price will end up selling off and then possibly pushing higher. But at that point, we're already out, in and out. You know what I'm saying? And then to top it all off, Asia lows. Wow. But we'll see. UK filled gap actually pumping hard. Oh no. Oh no. That's gonna be bad. It could be bad. I'm not comfortable moving stops here now. I'm not comfortable moving stops there. So we're now minimizing our stop loss, which I like. Again, we created a new high. Granted, we didn't fully fill this gap, which I don't like, but now I'm just really hoping for price to make a push. UK 100 is filling this gap. Hopefully we do just respect it. I really hope we just top wick here and run lower. And again, that would totally validate UK 100 continuing to sell off. And that also give us validation that DAX should continue to run with it, right? Because we've kind of seen them move very similar today. Which again, can have effect on each other. Beautiful reaction. Love it. Let's hope we run these sales, boys. Let's get it. I'm amped. I'm amped. Now we better get to our 101. We need the Jerome Powell London to step in the markets and make a call right now. Right now. Oh no. UK 100 is coming back up. Not good. Yusuf. Okay. I don't want to say you should enter right now. I don't want to say you shouldn't. Ultimately, I'm not going to advise you in that because I personally wouldn't re-enter. You can because we are coming back to our entry point. And if you're willing to run this trade out with me, by all means, go for it. You have a smaller stop loss. Your TP is ultimately a lot shorter than mine. Yes, you can. But can price still lose from here? 1,000%. 1,000%. Right? And again, had a beautiful reaction here. But let's see what happens on UK 100. We could continue to run higher. And if that's the case, that really could affect us here. I don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't. But we don't know. Granted, we've already minimized stop losses. I love that. And I hope we can just now see price have some volume to the downside, break these lows, and then we can continue to run good. And then based off that, as price continues to print, we can see if we can appropriately move to break even and just let price run. Right? Risk-free trade. Can't be mad about that. All right, let's also hope we see this sell too. UK 100. Cartoony. Nico, make sure to like this stream. Yeah, Nico, you make sure you like this stream. Everybody like the stream up. If you are in my YouTube stream, like it up again. I told you guys we're going to sit in drawdown. We are now running profits. Beautiful. Again, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Yes, price is looking good. Does not mean price is going to win. Okay, that's all right. UK 100 is not looking the best for us. It's not, but I'm going to stick with my overall DAX bias. It looks good. It's beautiful. Tell the people from Discord to subscribe. Yeah, if you guys want to go follow me on Instagram too. I know a lot of you guys hopped out of here. It's getting late. That's my Insta. I know a lot of you probably already follow me, but I go live every day. And always posting stuff in there, so. What is price doing? UK 100. We needed to sell, man. We needed to sell. Do we have news? Let's hope not. Okay. I think once price breaks these lows, depending on if there's a gap or not, I could be at break even. And that's just based on how UK100 is reacting. If UK100 just starts selling too, okay, I mean, I may be fine holding stops, but I don't like this. I don't like how price is kind of hesitating here. I want to see price sell here. Yusuf, you inviting to speak, my guy? You can enter, man. Like I don't want to tell you to enter because, again, personally, I wouldn't enter at this point because I think at this point the move already passed. But granted, we are at re-entry point, so it would just be like you were entering with us from the beginning. So by all means, shoot. It would just be the same thing that we're dealing with right now. But again, price, because it's looking good for sales, but it doesn't have to sell. Don't get your hopes up. It could still lose. Granted, I do think volume is going to kick in. I do think we're going to sell off, but got to give it time. Yeah, as long as price breaks this low, I think we're solid, guys. And yes, we're creating a gap, so I don't think I'm going to move to break even. Granted, UK100 isn't reacting the way I'd like it. I really want to see it sell, and hopefully we get that reaction. I did place a trade, Yusuf. I'm in DAX right now. I'm in right now. And Nico, sorry, you Nick's good boy. Oh my gosh, Cartoony. Can't believe I read that. If Nick says it, I'll do it. Hell no. Cartoony says Nick's spoon plus. I'm not reading that, bro. I'm not fucking reading your shit, Cartoony. I hate when you fucking send stupid shit in the chat, Cartoony. Makes me want to put you on a timeout. It really does. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. At this point, yes, price could gap back up, but I think I'm going to end up moving to break even pretty soon, if not moving to profits. Hopefully we just get price to continue to tank. I'm actually, holy fuck, I'm actually up pretty good right now. Guys, I'm edging stop loss right now. I'll tell you when I'm out. I'm out. I close good. I'm out. I had good entry. I'm still in on one account, but so no, the gray column is just signifying London Open. I entered at this break. Sorry, I entered at this break. Right, we didn't reach the full 1-to-1. I had honestly a really good entry. Not only that, did risk pretty good, so I'm out. I think price is bound to continue lower. So if you guys want to hold, but I'm out. Win. W. Can I get a W in chat, please? Just for me. Nah, that sounded a little bit sus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. W, you guys are amazing. I hope you guys caught this trade. Again, by all means, continue to hold if you'd like to. Continue. I do think price is bound to continue lower. UK100, it's reacting decently well, right? Decently well, right? We'd want to see UK100 to continue to sell off, but it doesn't have to. And that's why, granted, I was content with profits. We just filled this gap. I do think price will continue lower. Great if it does. If not, it's fine. We're in and out. That's all that matters. 200 profit. Love that, Jesse. Again, even though we didn't get the full move today, that's fine. Sometimes you don't need the full move. You don't. Has been a great week so far. We're going to come back tomorrow. We still have, what, 2-3 full trading days, right? Let's say Thursday. 2. Right? 2 streams left. Again, this could set up us for tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be great, guys. We're on a win streak right now, actually. I took sales low sooner with Mamba strategy, 140 profit. Hell yeah. And again, that's why I tell you guys, if you guys have your own system, not only that, come in here with your own system. Same time tomorrow, Yusuf. I'll be here 11:45 p.m. PST. Come here with your own system, because even though I entered later, yes, I still made money, but you could have entered earlier and still made money, right? Both systems still work. both entries still work, right? Because overall, you're looking at price action, you're playing out what the market's giving you, and you're looking for liquidity points, and that's all we're doing. And granted, we didn't take out at the major liquidity point, but price isn't necessarily promised to come into that area. I also think price could come up, fill this gap that was just created before it comes down. It doesn't have to, but with it doing that, we could see UK 100 possibly react opposite bias, and then again, that would just be an unnecessary loss, and we're missing out on profits, right? So again, sometimes being content is the best. Price doesn't have to sell. If it does, great. What is it? Data. Goes into data saying, okay, bias was super strong. I could have held a runner for a little bit longer. Going forward, if I get further data backing this up, I'm going to make that change to where, let's say, I just take partials and let a very small runner run, or I move to break even. But in this case, let's say I did move to break even, and let's say price did come up, fill this gap. This happened before, takes us out of break even, and then continues to run because price is still holding its bearish structure. But, or again, the area where our break even is at just happens to be where that gap usually is at, right? Can't wait, bro. Can you please just tell me when you enter? Yeah, I'll tell you when I enter. I always tell you guys, and I'll also tell you like a couple minutes before. I'll tell you like, okay, I'm going to enter once price breaks this area. So if I played it back, I told you guys, okay, once price breaks this area, I am looking for sales, but it has to be at London Open. So as price played out, I told you guys, okay, once it breaks, I'm entering. Once it broke, I entered. I told you guys, and then again, we just played off that. So beautiful. I just watched candle break the 15-minute support. Pretty hard. Good candle behavior. Definitely need help with the bias and liquidity concepts fire. And again, I'm glad I was able to kind of help you with the liquidity concepts, because maybe it's something that you can add into your trading that'll ultimately just up your win rate, right? Because breakouts are good, yes. And you can solely just look at a 5-minute chart, nothing but price action, and take nothing but breakouts and have no other bias, and you can make money. You can. I've seen people do it. But having that bias behind it just gives you that much more confidence, especially when you see your entry and you know that price is overbought. You can expect a pullback, and not only that, you understand that you have a major area of liquidity sitting down below that price tends to come into, especially being we've taken all previous sell side liquidity, whereas price more likely expected to go buy side liquidity, right? So again, I hope that did help you, and again, hopefully you can add it in. Again, don't jump to adding things in. Get data behind it. Truly, everybody, get data behind anything that you add or take away out of your system, because this one trade, I'm not saying it's lucky. We do this on repeat, truly. But let's say you took a trade and you win, or you lose, and because you lost because of this, and then you make a change to your system, the next day, same thing happens. You exit early because the same thing's happening, but price still ends up playing out in your favor, and now you just missed out on a win. Why? Because you changed your system too early without getting the necessary data to back up your change, right? So that's why I'm really big on data, and every single live stream that we have, I'm going to pressure on you guys, because ultimately I'm here to help you guys, here to guide you guys, give you guidance. I'm here trading for me, truly. This is my system. I'm trading me. I'm not trading for you guys. Yes, you guys are following along with me, but my main goal is just to kind of give you guys advice, guidance, talk about risk management, answer questions, and ultimately just, again, take you through how I'm reacting to a live scenario. Again, calm, collective. Why? Because I know following my system, even if I lose, I'm happy. Which some of you guys, that may be a surprise, but I'm happy because I knew I took the steps necessary. I took my system. Granted, even if I took a loss today, I know following my system tomorrow will give me a win. Right? That's how trading works, guys. With that being said, I think I'm on here. Beautiful day, beautiful win. Keep watching price. Again, if you're still in, I do think price is bound to continue to sell off, but I was content with profits. I'll see you guys back same time tomorrow. Let's run it up. Let's run it up. So again, join up. Luca's live tomorrow. Again, Luca's live on YouTube all the time, 11 a.m. PST for Power Hour. He's been killing it. So join up there, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, everyone. I appreciate all of you guys. Seriously, you guys joining up makes a difference, not only in my trading, because it keeps me accountable. I'm always accountable either way, but ultimately it just goes to show that you guys really want it. But with that being said, I'm out of here. You guys have a great rest of your night. Let's run it up again tomorrow. Oh fuck, I'm still live. Crazy. I'm so glad someone texted me. So glad. So glad. Can't believe I'm still live. I hope I didn't do no rancid shit. Did I do some rancid shit? Someone tell me right now. I don't think I did. I think I was just really on my phone. Imagine I opened a snap from that one girl and some crazy shit popped out. Thank the Lord I'm good. I was picking my nose? No way. Guys, I didn't know I was live. Technical difficulties. Ended the AMA. Can't let that happen again. Thankfully, didn't stand up and I'm just in my underwear. Or just slinging out. Imagine. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's fucking crazy. Nah, Cartoony would enjoy that, little gay fuck. But guys, see, I can be a little bit more uncensored on this live compared to the fucking Discord. All right. That's a little bit nicer on here because I can talk shit. But whew, thank the Lord someone texted me. With that being said, guys, love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm out here.